I just recorded a nice session. 2 hours of Mass Effect 2. That's 2 weekends worth of videos right there. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Pre-Game Yums. I should have gone around the house to turn all the lights on first. There we go, so we wouldn't be in this mess. Come with me to the kitchen of Yum. You're already there, so you don't need to come with me anymore. Now, if you watched the last episode, you may have heard me mention a melted cheese on naan bread meal that may or may not be patented by me. Well, today, we've still got the old vintage camera here. Gonna have to get my hands on some batteries at some point. Double A's. They're hard to come by. No, they're not. So here we are at the fridge of Yum, aka the fridge of cold, as I said last time, I think. Or maybe that was in the video that I tried to record yesterday, but people came home too soon. Anyway, we're going to need cheese and naan bread, as you might expect, considering it's called melted cheese on naan bread. Come with me and let's return to the kitchen of Yum. Yes, here we are. Nose drippage is approaching, so if you'll excuse me, it wasn't like a flood. What are we doing here? Ah yes, sorry. The first rule of making food, especially when it's for gaming purposes, be prepared. You want to waste as little time as possible. Anyway, here's our naan bread. Preferably naan bread that has coriander in it. See those little seeds? They're coriander seeds. Or something. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. A dark patch right there. Now if you want some extra flavour, look for some slightly darkened naan bread. I've got a better example of that in the fridge of cold. But, yeah, we're not using that one today because that one isn't open. Comes next. You know what? It's another situation where you have to be put down. Oi! So you can watch. Ah, hello! Yeah. Because you can't cut cheese one-handed. If you try to, you're likely to chop off a finger and eat that instead. Watch out for my episode upcoming called Finger. It can be quite tasty. No, don't. Now, some of you out there might have a nice convenient cheese cutter. One of those things where you can just put it like that and pull it down and it slices off a nice slice of cheese. But no, I don't. So you'll need a good knife, a particularly thin one to get through the cheese easily. And make sure you measure it quite skillfully. You might even want to bring out a tape measure for this. But no. Yeah, that's pretty good, that is. Make sure it's evenly thick or thin on both sides, because you don't want it to be uneven. You want it to be the best cheese experience you can have. Because cheese is a very important ingredient in many meals. Ah, yes, there we go. Oh, that one's a little bit too thick, but that's just fine. Now, thickness is a very important matter, especially when you want to melt it in a way that it covers most of the surface. Now, it's actually a good thing that it's turned out a bit thicker than usual, because as you can see here, there is more space to fill. So yes, you want to position them so that the thicker parts are in the bigger areas, so that they melt. When they melt, there's more of it, so it spreads out further. Yes, you see? Tips for life. As you can see here, This is almost going off the edge. When it melts, it will dribble off. So go ahead. Bite off a corner. Cheese. I want to do that one as well. Cheese. Yep. I've got to say, that looks pretty damn good. Now, this isn't exactly the right kind of plate you want to use, because this kind of plate doesn't fit in your microwave properly. We haven't actually... Oh, wait a moment. No. Oh, whatever, this will have to do. Beep! You see, these plates don't spin around in the microwave properly. You see that? Yeah. So it might be a bit uneven, but oh well. I'd say about 1 minute 30, depending on the power, but be sure to watch it. You see, it isn't spinning. It's a bit rubbish. We'll come back later, when it's suitably melted. Meanwhile, I'll put this away. Oh, sorry. Here we go. You see? Look at that. Perfection. As you can see, it hasn't fully melted here, but that's fine. It's still mushy. If you really want it all to be perfectly melted, you could just turn it around in the microwave and put it back in. Of course, that won't matter if you've got round plates that actually spin. But yes, as you can see, this one has spread out slightly more than this one has. This one sort of died down a bit. But this has spread out to cover most of the larger area. So yes. Now let me just take this cheese back out into the fridge of cold, and we'll take our meal up to Gameland. Now I don't know if I said it at the start of the video. Yes, I did. I know I mentioned I recorded 2 hours of Mass Effect 2, but this is actually a post-game yums. Although I might go and record another session, another run, if you will, of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm not sure yet. There we go. All put away and all ready to be nommed. Let's go. Back up to Gameland. Oh, let's turn the light on up there so we can see stuff. So I don't have to turn on the light of the camera. I mean the phone. Here we are. We've arrived. Still exporting the first part. It takes forever. Here we go. Now, I should have thought of it actually. I should have. If you've got a big piece of naan bread like this, you might want to cut it down the middle between the 2 slices of cheese after it's melted. It's going to be a bit of a hassle to pick up, but we're going to have to try. Ready? Oh, sorry. Ready? Yeah, it's a bit floppy. This might be difficult to hold. Oh, gosh. Sorry. I've barely got onto the cheese yet. Hang on a minute. There we go. We're going to bite that bit. Touched it. Ready? The suspense is over. What? What do you want me to say? It's melted cheese on naan bread. Cheese. That's all there is to it. Delicious. So thanks for watching this episode of Pre-Game Yums. I recommend cheese for almost any meal. Coming up, we might have a pizza episode. more on that in the episode. Because you might be thinking, pizza? What is there to say about pizza? You shove it in the oven and then you eat it. But no, I've got some very, very important tips for you on maximum enjoyment of pizza. Yes. So look out for that, hopefully. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bing! Enjoy your gaming.